Evidence. Noun. 1. Uncountable. The facts, signs, or objects that make you believe that something is true. Evidence of something. There is convincing evidence of a link between exposure to sun and skin cancer. The room bore evidence of a struggle. Evidence for something. We found further scientific evidence for this theory. Evidence that there is not a shred of evidence that the meeting actually took place. Evidence to suggest, show, etc. Have you any evidence to support this allegation? On the evidence of their recent matches, it is unlikely the Spanish team will win the cup. Specialist. The cave contained evidences of prehistoric settlement, serrated entries, experiments, and research. 2. Uncountable. The information that is used in court to try to prove something. I was asked to give evidence, to say what I knew, describe what I had seen, etc. at the trial. He was released when the judge ruled there was no evidence against him. See also circumstantial. Examples. A photo of the victim's injuries was produced in evidence. Another team of scientists has come up with conflicting evidence. Archaeologists found evidence of a rich and varied culture at the settlement. Available evidence points to pilot error as the cause of the crash. Evidence is accumulating that a defective gene may be responsible for this disease. He cited Australia's sporting success as evidence for his theory. He made the accusations without a shred of evidence to back them up. He says he's been working hard, but I haven't seen any evidence of it. I'll accept this as prima facie evidence that there might be a problem. In the light of new evidence, a new inquiry into the crash is likely to take place. No new evidence has contradicted this research. On present evidence, the team will be lucky to make the final. On the evidence of his latest exhibition, Miller is an artist who is past his best. Prosecutors say they destroyed evidence related to the case. Scientists are looking for evidence of life on other planets. Scientists have found fresh evidence to suggest that a huge explosion led to the death of the dinosaurs. Scientists have found fresh evidence to suggest that a huge explosion led to the extinction. She admitted giving false evidence to the court. She mulled over these scraps of evidence. She was hoping she would not have to give evidence in court. The company denies, in the face of overwhelming evidence, that smoking causes cancer. The court was shown photographic evidence. The defense accused the prosecution of withholding crucial evidence. The evidence pointed to the existence of an international smuggling network. The figures provide concrete evidence of the bank's claim to provide the best service. The first chapter reviews the evidence on how children learn language. The judge can decide whether to admit or exclude evidence. The kidnapping charge was dropped because of lack of evidence. The police officer took a statement, which was later used in evidence. The rise in crime is often cited as evidence of a general breakdown of authority. The scandal is damning evidence of the government's contempt for democracy. The tapes provided evidence of her intentions. The team cited evidence from a recent earthquake to back up their idea. The team have been collecting evidence about war crimes. The woman went to court to give evidence against her attacker. There is ample evidence that the world is getting hotter. There is plenty of anecdotal evidence to suggest that crime is beginning to rise. There was a mass of circumstantial evidence linking Watson to the murder. They convicted the wrong man on the basis of a signed confession with no corroborative evidence. They will weigh this evidence and come to a rational conclusion. We do not have the evidence to prove these claims. We found no credible evidence to support this allegation. We must wait to hear his evidence before we make any judgment. What evidence do you have for that claim? A trend that has been much in evidence in recent years. Evidence from historical documents. Evidence linking her to the crime. Evidence of growing poverty based on extensive surveys. He was released when the judge ruled that there was no evidence against him. I was asked to give evidence at the trial. On the evidence of their recent games, it is unlikely the Spanish team will win the cup. The jury heard evidence from 38 witnesses. We found further evidence for this theory.